Hi, you've reached Jay at the Beards and Sundries Market. Leave a message.
Jay, your name tag.
Oh, God. What the fuck is it?
Did I wait till we started recording just to be an asshole?
Yes.
Maybe.
Don't worry. I'm editor this week. All right, here's our voicemail.
Hey guys, what's up? Sorry if I sound weird. I'm a little bit sick. I fucking loved my song. Thank you so much, John from New York. It's it's hilarious. I love it. The episode was great. Okay, so I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't believe they actually went to space, like with Jeff Bezos' spaceship. I think it's fake. I'm not crazy, I swear to God. Also, Taylor Swift is, everyone knows it's Zina LaVey's daughter. No, just kidding. If you wanted any more food pics, I could take some. I went to visit a friendly gay couple up in the mountains, and we had some. We did some outdoor and indoor activities, if you catch me. Yeah, the food was fucking insane. It was incredible. So, like the moment it was in front of me, I would inhale that shit. I didn't have time for photos. Also, Anthony, the only way you can trigger a Greek guy, but by the tzatziki sauce, it's by saying it wrong. So think about Judge J. It's like the same thing. It's tzatziki. So now you can flex on your American Greek friends with your pronunciation. Also, yeah, Jay, I will say whatever you want me to say, baby. Yeah, alright. See you on the next episode.
Before we cue intro, did anybody else's panties just get so wet when he said the F word twice? I don't know why, but he said the F word, and I was like, oh!
Hotter in here than it is outside presently.
Hey Jay, we're jumping in your luggage on your trip to Greece in this summer.
Fuck off. That.
And I understand about seeing things and inhaling them during those indoor activities, indoor and outdoor activities, because I do get what you mean.
Okay.
But
We got a cue intro.
cue intro.
You'll be sorry, you fools! You idiots!
Ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
And welcome back.
Fuck. I mean, hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to season 6, episode 69. No, episode 20 of Beards and Sundries.
Episode 20. That's right, guys. It's time for yet another lunch break here at Beards and Sundries, the shop where 3 gay men with beards do inventory on a new sundry in each episode.
I had a completely different intro ready for this, but my name is Jay, and god damn it, I'm wet. That goes nothing with our topic today, but fuck it. Bitch, read me the back of my shampoo bottle. I want to listen to that all day.
Well, I'm Anthony, the desiccated corpse of all the good intentions and dreams you harbored as a child.
Ooh. Me, 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 me. And I'm Joe, and I don't really want to read my intro either because I want you to read everything to me.
John, I want you to read my intro to me.
And that means that today's sundry item is how fast life is going. Beardos, with life going the way it is, we've all been feeling the passage of time, but for some reason, lately it's been feeling a little more insane than usual. Could be the current political climate, the price of everything, the overwhelming news cycle, maybe our ever changing bodies. Yes, time has been flying by lately, so we decided to have a lunch break about it. After the break, we are going to do a fun trip down memory lane and chat about the goals and aspirations we had as children, and maybe some aspirations that we still have. After the commercial, we've got some big, chunky, wonky Beardo submitted sundries. And then for game time, we are doing a victory lap down memory lane for a few items that we remember as if they were yesterday. But before we attempt to build a time machine, how about this week's voicemail?
Come!
Is that my syrupless Baja Blast now?
My
Or
God.
whatever it was called. I don't remember.
Your dragon fruit
That's what it
crazy
was.
dumbass.
You don't build a dragon fruit freeze, you dumbass.
Without syrup, dumbass.
Not without syrup.
With all sauces, dumbass.
Well, I'm all sauces right now after that.
I bet you got that zesty ranch.
I gotta tell you, when he started saying he went up to the mountains to visit a friendly gay couple, I was like, how friendly?
I was like, what? What?
And then he answered that question for me, and I was like, yay!
Yay, the answer I thought I was going to
That was
hear, hopefully.
the one I was hoping for.
I don't know what you mean. Could you please call back and tell us?
In great detail.
In very good detail.
But also
Jay
the
want-
food because
Jay wants you to flip him over like a giant truck tire.
Which, that's very weird for me to say, but yes. It's not something
Today's
I
subject
ever
actually is Jay's ever-changing tastes.
Jay is usually a top, but right now he's at 8 centimeters.
And crowning.
10 million strong and crowning.
Oh my god.
But
Jesus Christ, we could talk about that voicemail all day.
I just wish I could roll my R's in a voice as deep as that.
Okay, so I believe, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's tzatziki.
No, you dumbass. No, I'm kidding.
Well, then you say it.
No.
You're the one who has more to lose than me.
No.
Wasn't there that
Oh, is that a
TikTok?
testicle joke?
that TikTok? Wasn't there that TikTok last year where that guy was like saying his meal and he was like "Teat Zaki Zaikai sauce"?
Yes.
It went
Oh my god, it
viral
was
for a
insane.
few
He was
minutes.
like tzatziki zaikai or something. I was like, oh
Something
my god,
wild.
is he serious?
Crazy.
But then I remembered that Americans are poorly
Dumb.
educated.
And stupid.
And
10
getting
million
worse.
dumb and growing.
And growing.
But I guess we have to move on. But I guess in spirit of what we're about to talk about, do you guys remember the first time we heard John's accent not very long ago? That's a good memory.
It was just like it was just week before last.
That day was only
Really good memory.
slightly better than this day.
I don't know. This one was good.
This one
was
was good.
This was
This one.
quite the sequel.
Oh, and he said, "Sorry, I may sound weird. I'm sick, and I love you sick."
Poisoning his drink.
Didn't sound weird at all.
I'm your number one fan. I'm your number one
I'm your
fan.
number one fan.
I'm your number one fan. He gets the sledgehammer out. I don't want you to go anywhere.
Talk to me.
Except
Just
instead
talk
of
to me.
he says,
Arr, arr.
Although I do think that if John were to turn the tables and hit you with that sledgehammer, he could kill you in one shot.
And I would deserve it.
You would.
and I would say, thank you.
And
With
it
my
would be
last
the
time.
best.
And then I would die.
It would be the best sight to go out to. I'd be like, thanks for this.
He'd look like Brenda in Scary Movie 3 when they open the casket and she looks so peaceful.
Anyways, do you think I can find the remnants of my hopes and dreams in the sundries aisle?
Nope, just jizz.
Yeah, baby, this is retail. You can find all those remnants there. But if you guys are new to our show and you're wondering just what the hell a sundry is, the term comes from an Old English word meaning odds and ends. Today, it's used mainly in retail as a way to group together items that don't typically have a group of their own. So, as three reminiscent gay men with beards, we are using the term to group together the wide range of topics that we cover.
Wow,
Yowzers.
that intro really flew by.
I like the interruption with the belch of that.
Yeah, I crammed a whole lot of hummus before we started this. Some of those popcorners chips. This episode brought to you by Popcorners.
Not
They
sponsored.
They message us and they're like, stop.
They message us and they say, "Bodega coming soon."
They're like, but you're eating our product and you're still fat?
You're making us look bad. Quit.
Oh.
I just blanked out. Where's my brain going?
Yeah, I noticed. We were sitting here and I thought you were going to say something because your mouth's sort of opened.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't interrupt him, Anthony.
Don't worry,
Wait,
I did.
be kind.
He was going to start singing the lyrics to the Mentos theme song, and then he forgot them again.
He goes,
no better. That's better. To be fair, I have driven to and from Fort Worth today. I'm a little bit tired, and I'm also
You
back
drove down to Fort Worth today?
Yeah.
Why?
Because one of our branches to our firm is in Fort Worth, and they had IT things I had to do.
For what time did you start driving down there?
8.
So you basically went there, did like 3 things, turned around and came back.
100%, yeah.
You, out of what I assume was probably no more than a 10-hour... No, it wouldn't even have been that much.
9 hours. Because I was 3 down, 3 there, 3 back.
Oh, yeah, I forget you're closer than we are. Okay,
You're
that's
welcome.
not bad.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't horrible. It's just, 6 hours on the road today. I'm a little tired. Also, I'm on this really big calorie deficit diet, and that hits real hard sometimes.
Yeah, especially when
I'm
you're
on
like
a
just sitting.
calorie surplus diet? I'm not trying, I'm just doing it.
Actually, this will be a really, really good segue. This diet has taught me I am an adult that can't handle things like they used to. Because Saturday, me on my calorie deficit, I had 2 glasses of wine at dinner, completely normal. I went out with friends, had like 3 beers, another glass of wine, and 2 seltzers. Completely normal. My body can handle that easily. No, not this go around. I got absolutely fucked. I got home, threw up, slept till 11, stayed in bed till noon, barely could move. I had the biggest headache of my life. I went and had to fill up gas because my car had 15 miles left in it. And then I went and got Brahms because I'm like, well, I'm going to fuck this day. I have to.
I thought you were going to say you ordered $40 worth of Sonic.
Oh, I thought about it. Literally, I thought about it. I was going to video the poor DoorDash guy. So I got got my Brahms, got home, had to wait so I could vomit again, then ate. Like,
oh nice.
I have never felt like it's been a solid 10 years since I've had that experience. And that time I had 14 vodka Sprites. So like this was a lot
14
less
vodka
liquor.
Sprites.
Yes. This was no liquor. This was wine, beer, and seltzers. And oh my God, I felt awful.
Well, did you mix them all in a Stanley Cup and then drink it all at once?
I was going to ask you if you were partying with Brett Kavanaugh.
I like
Are you guys boofing?
I like
boofing?
beer. Oh, I like beer. Sorry, Blanche. Oh, God. Yeah, and that was all from the... I mean, that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. I mean, what was that, 6 hours? Yeah, so it hit really hard, and I realized I am not young anymore.
You're just now realizing that?
Shut up.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is with soda. I mean, I've never really been a huge soda person anyway, but I really have noticed that like I've been choosing diet and like the zero options because the regular versions are so syrupy these days. Have you guys noticed this?
I think it's the same, and we just notice it a lot more as adults.
It's got to be it.
because I can't do full sugar sodas. It is too much.
Our taste buds do change a lot as adults.
Another
Now
case
that I
I can
think
make
about
for
it.
that is bagel bites, because remember how fucking good those things were?
God, they're so bad.
I got some a few years ago. I was like, oh my god, nostalgia, and I cooked those up. I followed the directions to a T. Awful. They were hard as
So
rocks.
gross.
They had no flavor. I was just like, nope. I don't know how I ate these, but it's just because different
Yep.
taste buds.
And I can't tell if it's like we had different taste buds or if over time companies have changed stuff to save
I'd
money.
believe both,
I think
honestly.
both, obviously, but I think like as much as we deregulate things presently, that's not always been the case, and there
Mhm.
are more protections in place than when we were kids. Granted, there were more protections in place when we were kids and when our parents were kids, and so on and so forth. But like, I don't know. I just feel like things have changed, but not to such a egregious degree that you're just drinking like, sugar water, which I mean, technically you are, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like, it's just not that much worse, I guess. I think it really is like, as we get older, we crave things that are less bad for us.
Yes and no, but
Hmm.
more yes. I mean, I don't really like. I mean, kid me would have like ran to the store and been like, "Ooh, cake and cookies and ice cream and cereal and cheese and bread and blah blah blah, all this junk." And now sensible older me is like, maybe just a half slice of cake. No,
Ooh,
I,
I'm gonna be
I just
bad and have this
I
sample.
I really do see myself making better choices at the grocery store, though. I try. Now, price is a factor as well, so I do make some sacrifices. But I do like I buy light sour cream because I just know I can use a little bit more of it. Same thing with cream cheese. We buy the whipped cream cheese because there's so much air in it. You can feel like you're eating a little bit more, but you're eating less at the same time because it's not as dense. So I do consciously make some choices, but definitely not as I would have as a child.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I went to the grocery store and just bought like rotisserie chickens and frozen veggies. So yeah, I get that.
Well,
That's
that's our
I
dinner
mean,
tonight.
that's
It's gonna
still
be
thinking
chicken
ahead.
thighs and frozen veggies.
Did you buy those for meal prep? Or just
Yeah.
like as you're doing? Yeah, I mean, so you're thinking ahead. You're making that choice to actually plan a meal ahead, which meal prep really is. That's the bare bones of it. But you're also not throwing a leftover slice of pizza on top of some frosting and then putting a lid on it and saying you prepped a meal.
Ugh,
So at least
damn
there's
it, that
that.
sounds pretty good.
Pizza on frosting? You guys are disgusting.
uh,
Yeah.
so yesterday I like fucked my diet a ton, and then today down in Fort Worth they brought in pizza and crumble cookies, and I was like, okay, so I
God.
can't be rude, so I like ate one.
I'll just take one pizza for the road. Thanks.
And 7 crumble cookies, which
I
are
had-
like this fucking big. They're the size of my
Oh my
face.
god!
So we had 3 seltzers and he was dancing on the table and then
Then he
like-
immediately threw up, passed out, and woke up at 11.
and those are crumble cookies on his headphones right now.
Pizza hangover. I like ate one slice and then ate half a crumble cookie, and I'm like, that was still way too much. So
Those crumble cookies are just so much cookie.
there's
When we were at
so
your
many
house on Joe's birthday and you had those crumble cookies,
calories.
I could not stop going in there and eating them.
It's
I was
Just
like,
one more little bite. Just
Just
one more little
little
piece.
bite,
just a little nibble.
I was like, don't eat Jay out of house and home, but do eat more.
But eat that anyways. No, it's fine. I needed to get rid of them. Well, and I also live close to insomnias, and so I have to like train myself to not be like, just walk down and get some.
Just
I
do
think-
it.
I think the hard part for me is trying to make sure that I have stuff prepped enough that I don't that I don't fall back on fast and easy options,
Yeah.
if that makes
Yep.
sense.
No, I get
Mhm.
it.
Because I don't eat a lot of fast food. I'm like a once a week Sonic guy.
Well,
hmm
and I hate meal prepping. And so I have to like make myself do it. And so the easiest I can do it is the best. And so literally I buy a rotisserie chicken and I literally just go home, debone it, split it,
Yep.
and then that's it. Because then I can
It's-
either eat it cold, warm it up, and then I just take a frozen bag of veggies out of the fridge or freezer,
We
whatever.
did that the other day, and Joe shredded up all the chicken breast meat and put it in a container. and then immediately put it all into a big vat of mac and cheese.
Mhm.
Ugh.
With Cajun seasoning, I used a little Tony Centuries on that.
And I was like, well, there goes the meal prep chicken. But you know what? Well spent.
Well,
I was like, I'm prepping this
delicious.
meal. Yeah.
Well, you got to cook the noodles. That's prepping.
Yeah.
That's prepping.
You've also
for
got
to
to
go in
douche
my
before the
mouth.
noodle goes in there. That's prepping.
Hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
What is that,
Mhm.
colon broom? No.
No, it's a lot of fiber. I take psyllium husk.
And I chew on corn husks.
That is just the thing between you guys and also our beardo Zach, apparently.
Hey, we're trash. Leave us alone.
I'm just saying. There are, like, you take the wrapper off of candy before you eat it, right? Like, we know the process around
Hey,
here.
Start with
sometimes
another
I'm a
form of
girl on the go.
tortilla.
I don't
Leave me
have the
alone.
time every time.
I'm a busy, busy boy, and I need my 30-in-1 serum.
Yucky.
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
There it is. There it is.
Oh
But
gosh.
I have been feeling. I don't know if it's because I'm 40 now. Ugh, that's rough. But like the passage of time is not lost on me at present. It has been kicking my ass recently because I just think about all these things that I want to accomplish and I want to do, and I'm like, you're 40. If you want to accomplish any of it, you better start right fucking now.
Yeah, and I'd have to say, I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer, cancer really kind of triggered my holy shit, life is going really fast mentality. Where
Mhm.
I'm like, because it was kind of that situation was, you just spent 30 years of your life and what do you have to show for it? Like, yeah, I mean, you're successful in a sense that you have a good job and a house and all that. But like, looking back, I'm like, oh, I wasn't really happy. I've spent my entire life trying to make everyone else happy and
Mhm.
prove
Mhm.
myself to them when I'm like, I just don't care. And so then, like, the last 5 years have really been trying to sway my life into more stuff for me and do things that make me happy and feel successful in any way it can, because life does fly by super duper fast,
Yeah.
and it's getting terrifying, and we're only in our 30s and early 40s. Okay,
Just because it's
I'm only in
true.
my mid 30s.
Yeah, but you're an old 30.
Jay only picked a 1-floor apartment, so we wouldn't have to install a chairlift on the side of the staircase.
Excuse me, can we put these on the stairs? Sir, we have elevators. No, I need the chairlift.
Is there room for my hover round? I took it all the way to the Grand Canyon.
God, and
Oh,
they
I
had
need I need bars in my shower.
they had
Oh,
such a
God.
sporty little song for that commercial too. What was it like? Hover around, hover around.
We've talked about infomercials as a whole episode though, but like they really just don't make them like they used to.
Oh
No,
God, no!
they're
That-
not the
and we'll
same.
talk about this later during one of the nostalgia segments because a coworker brought up an old commercial that used to play, and it reminded me of the difference between commercials whenever we were kids in the '90s and commercials now. And I'll bring it up more later. So just,
Magic tape.
yeah.
They're just not the same. Back in my day.
I know it sounds like that. Jesus.
Oh, don't worry.
No.
There's plenty of time for that during game time, but stay tuned for that.
But yeah, I've been like trying to accomplish more things, and I think also the fact that like I need to get control over things with my health a little bit better. Not that I'm like unhealthy, it's just I need to lose weight because it will help me to have better mental health and it will help me to just feel better in general. And I don't like the idea of losing weight to just lose weight. Like I want to work out because I want to work out and I want to lose weight as sort of a side effect of that. But at the same time, I do have to have that number go down if I want to be able to, continue to breathe properly and also like have good mental health. And so that's been weighing a lot on me lately with the passage of time because it's
I
getting
mean-
harder as I get older.
Yeah, that's Well, that's why I started the gym, was I wanted better health. I wanted to make sure that I'm not 50 and can barely walk like so many old people already do.
Well, I mean, you're 30 something. You
Yeah.
can barely walk.
I know. Where's my hub around?
I left it at the Grand Canyon.
Oh no, I just got back on the senior citizens bus and forgot my hub around.
How did I even get here?
Oh shit, I can walk? Well, that's weird. But then I started the diet stuff because I'm like, you just need to thin up a little bit more. You don't have to be super thin and ripped, but just do your best to try and live happy and healthy. Ugh. But it is all for me. Like, it's not for me to try to impress anybody else. So that's a nice thing.
That is a good, very self-aware thing.
Because
Yeah.
I had to ask myself if I was doing the weight loss or anything to try and impress anyone. And I was like, no, I actually just really want to do this.
I really do have to hand it to you, Jay, because if 2011 Jay would have told me these words, I would have never have believed him.
Right? Same. No, I 100% agree. Like, the personality switch I feel I've had in the last several years has been just baffling to me.
Mm.
To reflect
I've
back on
had-
my own behavior and thought process.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how much it can change, and of course, a harrowing experience like that. Of course, there's going to be some important self-reflection, and especially when you don't have any power during an ice storm.
Oh my god. Well, that's when you just morph into Laura Ingalls for a little bit.
I got to tell you, I was living for those Facebook updates. I was like, after like the third one, I was like, what is this bitch talking about? And I was like, oh, he has no power. Oh, what? And then I was like, oh, I'm a bad friend. Yeah.
This one's just going through a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
And not
man.
just a lot of BGBs, a lot more than BGBs.
Oh man. I should have had some BGBs while I was stuck at the house like that.
The door.
Oh, God.
Could you
You're answering the door looking like the girl with the pearl earring. Just leave it on the porch.
I can't see the sunlight.
I mean, I've been feeling that recently, the past few months, but I mean, honestly, for a little while now, that I understand that I'm not going to turn into a superhero overnight, but I do know that there's areas that I can work on, and areas that Anthony and I can work on together to kind of keep ourselves on track, and just making some minor changes to our day-to-day that I think we've not been too afraid to make, just haven't figured out how to make them stick. But at least we know what we can start working on, and that's, I think, what feels good about this time around on my hover round.
Well, it's funny because, like, healthy eating is something that I know how to do. And working out is the same thing. Like, I know how to do it. I know what I should be doing. I understand how to eat healthy without making myself feel deprived. I just don't.
It's so much nicer to go eat fun, delicious things. Like, you have to change your mentality in order to eat that healthy diet stuff, to just be like, listen, I'm doing this because I need substance, not because I need to taste it. And that is the hardest thing to do.
You can have great tasting food that is healthy. I think what it is, it's harder to get that mentality away from yourself of, I'm depriving myself of something if I'm eating well, and
exactly.
you have to, like, change the way that you view it to say, hey, I'm giving myself something by not doing this. I'm giving myself, better health. I'm giving myself better life experiences, possibly better life expectancy. That's kind of a nebulous thing, but
well, and I discovered. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I discovered I'm great at maintaining.
I didn't mean keep going.
Oh.
No.
Well, you left a gap, so I was ready.
Oh, okay, please continue.
And Jay loves to fill a gap.
I love to fill a gap.
Yeah.
John Grace, how's your gap? Oh, God, I forgot what I was saying. But I feel like one of the other things is you almost have to, like, tell yourself that the foods you really want to eat, the fatty stuff, all that, it's almost like you have to tell yourself that it's addicting. And you're like,
Yeah,
it's not good for me
it
because
is.
I crave
It
it. I'm
is.
addicted to it. And that's why it's not good for me. And so I have to find ways to keep that at bay. And so then that I started thinking, I was like, okay, you're really good at maintaining weight. What you have to do is just take this period of time, cut it down, and then go back to maintaining like you probably were,
Yeah.
where you had a shitty meal,
Moderation.
but then you could really balance it out with having healthy stuff for a bit.
Yeah. And that's the trickiest part, is finding that balance, because that stuff it really is addicting. Scientifically, that stuff is designed to make you less full, get hungry again faster, and crave it again. And that's
Mhm.
where a lot of people fall into that horrible cycle, and that
And-
predatory cycle that all these horrible chemical companies inject into all this stupid food that we eat. And that's
Tricking
anyway.
yourself to get out. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, you're so boring. Tricking yourself to get out of.
Sorry, I should just
Damn.
take a picture next time.
It's probably a smart idea.
Will you
It's
guys
the
take a
only way to
picture of
keep
the
us
pod and
addicted.
just send it to me and I'll comment on it later?
Are you just going to interrupt everyone tonight?
Yes. Joe with this
Okay.
camera.
I don't want to make this devolve into shit on Jay night, even though I would like that.
There's plenty of time for that in the second half.
Yay! Oh, and there's going to be plenty of room for it in Anthony's Gap.
Time for. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to say that on the pod. People will use it against me. Never mind.
Oh,
Anyways.
against you? Just tell us in private. We'll pause the
I will too.
show.
It's
Click.
paused.
It's paused.
Damn, almost got him.
He's
Oh, I thought we
smart.
were all pausing.
I don't remember
Well, do you
where
guys
we're
think it's
going
time
with
for-
conversation.
Well, I was going to say, do you think it's time for a break, and then afterwards we can come back and talk about some of our childhood hopes and dreams and aspirations?
Yeah.
We'll be back to the theory pod. We'll be back to the therapy pod right after this.
The therapy pot.
If you want some fun new clothing and want to support a small business, check out hunkytops.com, the queer, Latino-owned clothing site. Beards and Sundries will get you 10% off your first order with the code SUNDRIES at checkout. You can order above 3XL, you just need to hit the contact button and they'll work with you. Again, check out hunkytops.com. Explore their styles and wear your pride. Use Sundries at checkout for 10% off your first order.
You're listening to the Beards and Sundries podcast. The podcast rated 5 out of 6 balls.
Ooh,
Anthony, Joe, how are you today?
don't do that.
Gilded and golden, bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
little old
Good
golden
answer.
goose over there.
I know, yeah. Look at these
I'm gonna give that goose a gander.
bomb-ass earrings I've got on. I'm just feeling my oats right now with these. I love these things. I have these black ones that I'll wear next week. Show off on the pod.
Did you have
So did
dreams of
childhood
those?
Anthony ever think he would wear earrings like that?
Oh God, no. Uh-uh.
Ah,
Oh
that's
Lord,
interesting.
no! Are you kidding me? Childhood Anthony, that little nerd
Yeah.
was. I really I did want to have an ear piercing at some point in time, but that was probably like middle school, high school, somewhere in that area where I was like, oh, I'm starting to get rebellious. I want an ear piercing.
I'm gonna be like earring magic Ken.
I also at one point I wanted to get a rat tail. When I was a kid,
God.
we're doing rat tails, and I was like, I want to do a rat tail. And my mom was like, we're not doing that. And I was
You know, it's
like,
interesting.
"No."
One of our favorite Beardos' mom used to sport a rat tail in the 90s.
Oh hell yeah! See, that was
Yeah.
around the time I wanted one. They were cool then.
I mean,
But no, childhood Anthony wearing earrings, absolutely not. And the earrings I was thinking of would be like the one little like piercing stud type thing. Did I ever
Yeah.
think I would have dangly gold earrings with quartz on them? Absolutely the McFuck not. But here we are, and I goddamn love them.
It's kind of like how our fashion's evolving, honestly. We got we got our ears pierced for Anthony's 40th birthday back in November, and honestly, since then, like I've become really interested in different earring styles and like fun things and dangly things and fashionable things. And I never thought I'd wear something like that to my workplace. And then one day I just got brave and I said, "What? Fuck it. If people don't like it, I'll take them out." And I wore pink gummy bears because we were wearing pink that day because we're raising money for the children's hospital. Whatever. Fuck it. And so I wore these dangly pink earrings and I got so many compliments on them from men and women and children and coworkers and managers. So I was like, well, I didn't buy these dangly earrings to leave them at home all day and just wear boring shit at work, so I started wearing fun stuff to work. And it's been
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, I only used to wear my grandma's clip-on earrings when I was a kid. I definitely couldn't wear them at my house, but grandma was like, "Have fun." She was like, "You
I
little
love
gay boy."
She was like, "You little faggot."
She was
Jay was like, Grandma, you want to play Pretty Pretty Princess?
and let me tell you how much I love sitting in the mirror and going tick, 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 because I love them just tick, 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 dangling.
Have you not seen me doing that?
Oh no, I get it.
We need to get
Just
Jay a gift card for
outrageous,
fiercedragjewels.com.
But I will say, childhood Anthony having goals and aspirations of like being a little bit cooler, I never would have saw myself doing more of the feminine things that I do now. I just never thought it was an option, and like now as I'm an adult, I'm like, oh, I don't really I like certain things that are more traditionally feminine, like these dangly earrings are great. I love them. I love wearing a little, caftan or kimono because they're just comfy and cozy and I enjoy them. And I like painting my nails when I do it.
Honestly, Jay, I tried on that caftan Anthony's wearing yesterday with some swimwear I might be wearing to a pool party next month.
With
And
a Speedo.
it was that caftan is comfy, Jay. Like I could see you getting into those because I would like drape it around like an old, 1920s Hollywood film starlet, and I was like, Jay would fucking love this.
I
He'd
mean,
answer the door in his house shoes and his kimono and pick up his DoorDash and be like, "Away, boy," and shit, slam the door closed.
away, I have to eat my double cheeseburger and my chili cheese dog.
He opens the door and the DoorDash guy's like, "You haven't paid yet," and he goes, "Do you take checks?"
Checks.
But yeah, so I would say like little kid me would look up to big Anthony, a style icon, if you will.
Same here.
It does make
But what were
sense
some-
because
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I did aspire to be a lot like Cruella DeVille, so wearing something flowy and rich looking would
You'd
be my
love
favorite.
it. You
I
need
mean,
to
you're
look
halfway
into
there
them.
with the way you drive.
Thank you. I've gotten better in this car because it's new and expensive.
I hear the car
Yeah.
play sucks.
Oh my god, it does. I need to work on that still. Worst CarPlay I've ever had so far. It's
Are you
always
like,
the
"Hey,
wireless.
Acura, your car play's not very accurate"?
Ah!
Oh, got him.
Got him.
Insert that
Yep.
sad but tis here. What were some of your like? What did you think you were going to be when you were a kid? Obviously everybody goes through phases, but what are some of your notable things that you thought you were going to grow up to do? Because I thought I was going to be a paleontologist for a hot minute.
I regret not actually chasing this one down more because for a long time I thought I was going to be in architecture.
Ooh, yeah, I could see that.
I mean, Oklahoma State has a really good architecture school.
I liked
Yep.
building. I liked building things constantly, and I like always was designing stuff. And then even
Mm.
through high school, I enjoyed it, and I was gonna go chase it, but I listened to what everyone around me said, and everyone's like, "You're gonna hate that math," so I just backed out of it. And I highly, 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 highly regret not chasing it.
And now you use SQL and Excel and math.
Yes, I use it all the time. So I definitely regret not chasing that down because I think I could have done a lot of fun things.
You know what's funny about that? And I like that you mentioned that people were telling you that you wouldn't like to do something as part of it, and were just kind of like crapping on you to, I wouldn't say they were necessarily all crapping on you because I understand some people have good intentions. But holy shit, you thought you wanted to go into architecture and people were not being like, yeah, go for it. And then letting you figure out if you wanted to do the math or not. Like, what
Mhm.
the fuck?
And
And
unfortunately,
sorry, go ahead.
unfortunately, a lot of my life was that backing out of things because where I grew up, I thought I had to do things that people around me would agree with, so that way I'd feel liked and wouldn't be ragged on because I was always, like my parents were kind of like bullies.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
you weren't really supported. It was kind of always picked on, and so I thought I had to do what people would think I would like in order to be successful. And now I genuinely super regret letting that life guide me.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty standard because I had the same things that happened to me. But the other thing is, whenever I got to the point in my life where I was starting to have to really figure out what was coming next after high school, I look back and I realized that I didn't really know what all options were out there, and nobody was really
No,
helping me figure that out.
no,
Um,
not at all.
because you could think of things that you like enjoyed that you saw people doing on TV, but other than that, like nobody was helping me figure out what I needed to do next to do things that I really enjoyed.
But
Um,
think of it, you and I definitely were raised in regions and small towns that didn't have people there to understand how to go up beyond because you just
mm,
stayed there and did the same thing. You were the small town kid that got out of school and worked at the same places that everyone else talked about. You started having kids at 20. I-
yep.
We
Hmm.
lived in areas where you didn't have the resources to push you or the
I
people
think
that
like
understood those.
you know what's funny is I have a graduating class of 29 and at least 10% of my graduating class became ag teachers
Yeah, that
because
makes
that was a
sense.
big thing there. So I think it went hand in hand with what you could see and what was being modeled for you. Because if you had asked me as a kid if I wanted to be a writer, I would have even understood that that would be an option. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could just write for a living. I understood that books existed and people wrote them, but I didn't understand how that worked.
Hmm.
And I always enjoyed writing. I just never, ever, ever thought about pursuing it because it just never occurred to me. But also, I'd never really thought about pursuing like like engineering is one of those things that now I look back on. I'm like, oh, like you have the raw skill sets of what an engineer does. It would have been interesting to see what you could have done if you had been able to hone those, if you had had somebody kind of point that out for you. But I would never have known that as a kid. Like when it's this wild, weird expectation you have of kids where until they're 18, they're kids, but the second they're 18, they're adults and they got to figure it out.
But the other trick is you're told, like I liked writing also, and I was told that you can't go down that route because it just won't make you any money. But instead of being like, hey, maybe don't make that your main goal, but continue doing it if you like it, and maybe it could become something, or maybe it could still become a side gig hobby. That
Hmm.
is not what's pushed. Everyone says, oh, if it's not going to make you rich or make you successful, then you can't do it. You
You
need to do
shouldn't do
something
it.
else.
Yeah. Which is so insane because, like, there is also art for the sake of art, bitch.
To hear more of Anthony and I's problems, go to our podcast. We are not therapists, but we need one.
What about you,
Well,
Joe?
Yeah, Joe, tell us your
so
aspirations.
I remember as a little kid, maybe like 4 or 5, I really started getting into playing with toy cars. And then I also loved playing with Lego bricks, and I loved like making layouts of toy roads and making little parking lots. And then so as I got older, I kind of thought sometimes like this could be kind of fun. And then I don't know why I kind of fell off this mindset in high school, but I really should have gone to school for like civil engineering or city planning because I love that kind of stuff. I love looking at maps. I love looking at like the way things are laid out, the way streets go, the way roads are planned out. I love looking at all that stuff and seeing how all those puzzle pieces fit together. And I love that new trend of cities becoming like getting more reclamation of their green spaces back. So they'll take like a big major street and they'll turn it into like a city park. And I just think all of that is so fascinating, and I just never pursued it. And I don't know what happened to me in high school. I think I just kind of like became aimless, and I went into college as a general studies major, so I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to be in the band and hang out with my friends. So I
Yep.
kind of went through college for the first couple, maybe the first year and a half, not really knowing what I wanted to do at all. And then I fell into the criminology and investigations major because it was interesting and I liked the classes that were in it. So that was good. And then it was a branch of the sociology major that went into two pathways. You could go like the more like CSI pathway, like forensics pathway, or you could do like the more psychologic pathway and do more sociology classes. And I went that way because I didn't like math very much and it was less math. So maybe that was a later decision, but I don't know. I just never really thought that math things were in the cards for me. And I guess maybe that kind of shut me out of engineering whenever I thought about it. But man, maybe in another life I would have been a city planner. I don't know.
Joe, did you ever play that game Cities Skylines?
I've played it a little bit, and I did play some SimCity games, and I used to use like we had concrete floors in our living room where the carpet didn't go all the way to one
Mhm.
side, and I would take duct tape and make like little roads on the
Yeah.
floor for my Matchbox cars, and take the Sharpie and make little arrows, and I would just make all these town settings and like little parallel parked lines of cars to make roads, and I just loved that shit.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing with chalk on like pavement and all. I would like design cities.
Yeah, all the time. I loved it. Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. I was just
Yep.
making parking lots, roads, making my own little pathways. I loved doing that stuff.
That's so funny.
And I was
Man.
using my sidewalk chalk to draw the symbol for Azazel and summon him into our realm.
At the ripe old age of 7.
Had a lot going on.
He is
Grandpa
ginger.
Anthony, come inside. It's about to storm.
I know, I'm causing it.
It's fire and brimstone for some reason.
Yes, I have a very busy agenda today.
I just imagine this little toddler, almost little 7-year-old voice out there going, like screaming some sort of words. I don't know them, but
But
It's
Beardos,
Latin, it's all Latin.
It's been a fun discussion, a little grounding a little bit, but a little fun to talk about and reminisce on. What are some things that you've always wanted to achieve? Some things that you used to think you could aspire to? Let's get a conversation going. Let us know.
What
sorry.
are you laughing at?
It's no, I don't want to talk about it on here. It's so stupid.
Well, don't worry, we paused for break.
Keep going.
But do you guys think it's time for a commercial?
I do think it's time for a commercial. And now, for a word from our sponsor, Career Planning for Aimless Children.
Oh, what a cute daughter you have.
Oh, thank you. This is little Emily.
Oh, how adorable. Emily, what are you going to be when you grow up?
Honey, tell the nice lady what you want to be.
I don't know, Mom. I'm only 3.
What did she
That's so embarrassing for her. Such a shame.
Why?
Shut up! This is the last time you embarrass me.
Hello? Career planning for aimless children. My name is Tony. How can I help you?
Tony, help me!
Calm down, ma'am. We're here to help you.
Is your toddler still babbling about dinosaurs and unicorns when they should be developing a 5-year plan? Well, no more of that bullshit princess talk. At Career Planning for Aimless Children, we don't wait for your child to find themselves. We assign them a future before they embarrass you at preschool career day. From actuary to anesthesiologist, or, if they miss the deadline, assistant to the assistant at a failing startup, we guarantee your child a job society won't laugh at. Has your son asked you if he could be a cloud? Well, thanks to Career Planning for Aimless Children, you can now pre-enroll that child into being a middle manager and never smiling. Still think your child deserves to choose their own path? Don't worry, we've got a fallback plan for that. Fry cook. So remember, if your child won't pick a career by 4, we will. At Career Planning for Aimless Children. By utilizing Career Planning for Aimless Children, you may notice your child suffering from existential dread, spontaneous resume drafting, fear of recess, rejection of imagination, aggressive networking during nap time, and sudden fluency in Excel. Children may experience an uncontrollable urge to say, I want to circle back on that, during snack breaks. In rare cases, children may unionize. Career Planning for Aimless Children is not responsible for emotionally distant prodigies. Please consult your family therapist before enrolling.
Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you get a notification every time we drop a new episode.
My career aspirations for children. I was pretty aimless, but it didn't give me city planner. It gave me hopeless millennial, and I've been chasing that career for as long as I can remember.
Well, and I'm just so glad that you can take any child that does not have their career set in place by 8 and have that done for them.
Well, I think what was really nice is that when I went through the process, they said, college dropout, homosexual. I got it. Retail manager.
We're also going to dabble in a little bit of mental health issues. Boop, 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 boop.
Just a little spice on top.
They're like, we're just going to sprinkle that in, and the whole cap came off like somebody's playing a joke on you.
Oops, all mental health issues.
Parmesan. They're like, oh no.
Some kid's been unscrewing the lids again on this shit. Damn it.
This kid's going to know what the acronym MDD is real well. That's major depressive disorder, Beardos.
Salty.
They said GAD as well. That's generalized anxiety disorder for all you plebeians.
Oh my god.
But thank God we have this placement plan. It's so much better than the Trump plan, which is basically just what, like either enroll in college, the military, or die.
It's probably better than now we have two options only for student loans.
What is that?
Yeah, I read about it today. Sorry. If I remember correctly from the article, you can either have a payment plan that stays constant the entire time, and the length of your loan will be determined on how much you owe, be it 10 to 25 years, I believe, 25 to 30. Or you can have it come out of your wages depending on your income. And then you have to have a monthly minimum payment of $10, which there were plans before where you could say no and just do no monthly minimum payment. But now, with a $10 monthly minimum, think of how many more people are going to default, so their wages can be garnished. Yay.
Time keeps on slipping.
America.
No, I don't think he does.
Anyways, where are those big, fat, juicy Beardos submitted sundries?
Oh, man. God. You're going to get
There's
them.
one on my pants now since we have a voicemail from Greece. John.
You shit your pants over there?
I don't know what's in there, but it's wet. Alrighty.
Talking about a mountain of activity.
We heard from
Peter.
The horse is here.
PETA
I
said,
hope he gets that joke, by the way.
Oh, God.
I hope he doesn't.
If you don't, you're going to be so confused forever. We're never going to tell you.
We're never going to tell you.
Mm-mm.
That's weird. We never tell Peter things at home.
We never tell Peter things on the podcast.
PETA says, Hi, Beardos. Great episode last week. Wanted to weigh in on the Judgy J verdict, and I wanted to throw my support in for Jay. God, I love this.
Next Sundry, please.
Wow, Peter, your opinion means very little to me now.
Okay. Wait for this next sentence. I've always felt like he lost so much and pinged in so slow sometimes and just thought there's no way he could be that slow.
I have
there we go.
Excellent news for you, Peter.
You've been redeemed.
Go and listen to the episode that I'm referring to whenever you're talking about this and listen to when Jay responds, because those are all the real times in which he responds.
Hey, don't be mean.
I'm just saying. I didn't say I wouldn't be mean. You told me to be mean earlier today.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh, God, my hopes and dreams are gone. Okay.
What's new?
Well, he says, well, I hope not. And I have at least some hope that technical issues are at hand in his game show performance. Yes, they are, always. It's a
For
delay.
one question.
It's a delay getting to me, and then a delay for me to hear it, and then a delay to get back. That's my theory.
The delay is all right in here for you, Jay.
Well, there's also a delay up there.
Weirdos, we have Zoom meetings with tens of 50s of hundreds of people on them all the time without delays. This man can grow up.
All right. Let's not be rude.
You said earlier today.
All right. Also, Anthony admitted guilt in text, so I'm holding on to that evidence like a vice grip.
Oh.
Grip. Finally, I wanted to propose a friendly solution so that you can't blame the sound delay issue. Oh, damn it. I did a quick Google search and found this free online buzzer system where you can create a room and invite players to buzz in remotely. The website is buzzin.live. Wait.
I think I saw some of that during the COVID time episodes on Dropouts for some of their game shows. I think they may have used either this or a similar service.
Okay,
I don't know why
I have it pulled up. We'll look into this for the next game time that requires buzzing.
Said maybe give it a test, but it may help in the future with trivia and games. Anyway,
Jay's gonna be like, but I'm on dial-up. That's not fair.
There's a delay, and he's sawing through his coax.
he's got the bellows and he's puffing hot air into the fire that powers his modem.
Yeah, I like turn around and I'm like, more coal, it's slowing down. Anyway, sorry.
It's Blanche back there with a little shovel.
Anyway, sorry for not writing in more, just been busy. But still listen to y'all weekly and love ya. And we love you, Peter.
Peter. Peter Malark.
Peter Malarkey.
That stupid clip where it shows her pulling out the thing from the reaping thing, and she just goes, Peter, and then it cuts off.
All right. Thank you again, Peter. And now we've heard from... Oh, man. Derek with the good beard. I'm so proud of us. We're hearing from some of the OG boys.
Olive Garden, got it.
Breadsticks.
Soup salad and breadsticks.
All right. Derek said, as much as I would love to take credit for the following, it is all ChatGPT. AI captured and expressed my inner thoughts better than I could have done on my own. We are all doomed. See? This is why I use it.
Yeah, so do all the college students. Ooh!
Continues. Let me be clear. Anthony's Enchilada Tex-Mex Grill didn't just feed me. It flirted with me. From the moment I slid into the leather booth, dim lights overhead, a flicker of candlelight on the complimentary queso salsa, I knew I was in for more than dinner. This place knows its way around heat. And I'm not just talking about the jalapenos.
Ooh, spicy.
I ordered the triple threat enchilada platter, and baby, it lived up to the name. The smoky chipotle chicken one, bold and dominant. The creamy verde beef, smooth and seductive. And the cheese-stuffed red chili, that one whispered sweet nothings to my taste buds and left me breathless. The flavors weren't shy.
My beef is verde. I gotta go to the doctor.
Oh, mine's only El
You probably say
Dante.
too much broccoli.
The flavors weren't shy. They came in hot, rich, and unapologetically satisfying. I didn't even hide my shame when the flavors exploded in my mouth and dripped down my chin.
Derek.
Down that good beard.
Daddy.
Don't even get me started on dessert. The churro sundae, hot, cold, soft, and crisp. All the contrasts you crave in a night that ends right. Cinnamon sugar on the lips, chocolate drizzle down the spoon. It was
Frozen chocolate lava cake that we defrosted in the microwave, but it still has an ooey gooey center.
I was like, is this the same restaurant I described last week?
It wasn't just indulgent. It was dirty, and I liked it. I moaned audibly, and I did not care who heard me. I'll have what she's having. Service flawless. My server had the kind of smile that made you wonder what else they knew about pleasure. They read the table like a lover reads a body. Attentive, responsive, never too much, never too little. I wasn't the server that day then.
Service flawless, Lucy lawless.
Goosey.
It's like, you can only get one roll
Jobless.
at a time.
Joblo.
Joblo.
I just go to the table and I'm like, what do you want? Tick, tick, tick. No, I'm kidding. I didn't just eat. I was romanced. And I'll be back. Probably wearing something a bit more comfortable. And something I don't mind sweating in. Hugs and tugs. Derek with the good beard.
Hey, Derek, I'm going to need you to go ahead and message me offline. Won't you? 'Cause,
Elsewhere.
Let's get some powdered sugar on that lava cake. All right, so thanks, Derek, so much. All right, Jay, what is next?
Oh, well, guys, we heard from him again, and it's Big Beard. All right, and Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Big Bird.
I knew that was going to happen eventually. Yes.
And Big Bird said, "Hi, boys." No, I'm kidding. Big Beard.
I said, "Hey, Daddy, teach me how to count."
What?
Take me back to Oscar's house.
Fun, stinky dinky.
He's gonna give me some nachos.
I love a smelly man. All right.
Trash can Jesus. All right, here we go.
Insert David Harbour Grouch promo here.
All right. Hi, boys. We just wanted to drop in and say, no hard feelings. Anthony, you made a bet. Jay won. Wow. And somewhere 5 cents just got a little heavier. You should feel it in your palm, Anthony. That's not change. It's tension. And Todd's lovely. Todd uses product. Todd leaves 5-star reviews and probably says thank you after. But we're not Todd. Maybe we're George and Anthony. Maybe Aaron. Could we be Joe's mom? Keep guessing. We are the hum under the desk when you hit record, the whisper in the foam of your pop filter, the reason your sound check feels a little filthier than it used to. No, that's just our editing practices. And yes, we love Taco Bell, Crunch Wraps, Baja Blast, the reckless moment when the sauce starts to leak and you're... I'm gonna have to change the music at this part and get it second.
Yeah, what's happening right now? There's so...
insert careless whisper right here.
That reckless moment when the sauce starts to leak and you're already too deep to stop. You know the one. We're not here to scold. We're here to moisturize. To support your creative growth in your lower backs. To praise your rhythm and press our thumbs against the softest parts of your podcast schedule. And of course, a warm, wet thank you to Silly JB. That's silly job low to us. You spoke our name with your whole chest and we felt it all the way down.
Pull.
You're doing beautifully. We're proud. And we'll be right here, just out of frame, winking, glowing, slowly unwrapping our second taco. Stay smooth, Big Beard.
Okay, so hang on. I'm resolving.
Gossip Girl?
I feel like this is our enemy now going to trying to sex us up.
It's very like
Big
South
Beard.
Park when Randy's watching the cooking channel and she's like, I'm gonna deglaze it. And he's like, you gonna deglaze that pan? She's like, yeah, you wanna watch?
Yeah, but I'm starting to feel a little bit like Patty Hearst. Like I'm kind of turning on their side.
Say the line. I know you want to say it. I know you want to fucking say it. Let me get you started. Save it, Patty Hearst.
Save it, Patty Hearst. I'm not buying any Stockholm Syndrome today.
Hey, Jay. I want you to go ahead and get your phone. I want you to pull up Venmo.
Did you rob me?
No.
Oh.
No, you silly joblo.
I paid up on the bet is what I did. I sent you 5 cents on Venmo, which is a thing that is possible.
with the eye roll emoji. That's my favorite.
I know. Yeah, you're welcome. Because it wouldn't let me say bitch.
Oh, don't filter me, Venmo. Let me be shit.
I know. It was like, try a different note. And I was like, what? So there you go, Big Beard.
Oh, and I will confirm, Anthony did pay me.
Thank you. So now, Big Beard, I did. I paid that heavy 5 cents. It was a lot heavier than Jay's coin purse. Bam! Wow!
Anthony, you should make more money bets.
I'm not going to make any ones that I'm committing to any good amount of money to. Somebody bet me $5 at work today. I was like, no, because I'm going to lose.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much when you were just like, I'd bet money that it's this. And I was like, well, it's not, it's this. And you're like, oh, well, I didn't tell you how much money.
Good thing I didn't say it.
So that's all I have this week. I'm really glad that Big Beard kind of is sexy. Why is everyone so sexy all of a sudden?
Everybody's so sexy right now.
Is it because John opened our... Sorry, John opened something, but...
I think he opened quite a few inboxes this week, you know?
Woo!
Yeah, because I was like, maybe that's what set the tone for this whole thing. Everything's suddenly very sexual for me.
That's fine, I like it. Keep calling.
A very light Beardo submitted sundry from Beardo Zach in Minneapolis, who...
make sure you read it sexy.
Well, all he was saying was that he also tried to eat the corn husk off of the tamale.
See? How's it feel sitting on that pedestal up
I told
there?
him that he needs to learn from me, a fat ass.
Look, I get it. It's tough being a white middle-aged man out here. I mean, we are just so oppressed. I mean, oh God, I'm such a victim.
Middle-aged. So normally we would have a digital photo from Aaron Troy, but actually he sent Joe and I a very lovely gift. And Beardos, if you aren't aware, the art that is done for the podcast and like the Let's Summon a Voicemail art, the outro art, things like that, Aaron designed those. So like last season we had, or even at the beginning of this season and last season, we had a x-ray of me with a cell phone in my ass. Our opening voicemail sequence, and Aaron does all that art for us, and he does it pro bono and pro boner, and we do appreciate him. But this time he sent us an actual physical piece of art for Joe and I to hang on our wall, and it is gorgeous. I'm going to put it up here. It is a picture of Joe and I with the piece of art in question that has our Corgi Ricky and our dog Finster being a creeper, which is what he is exactly.
Just peeking up from the top.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Aaron. It was really, really meaningful and beautiful, and we hung it up right next to one of our wedding photos.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. Thank you so much.
It is cute. I like it a lot.
It is. I love it. It's adorable. Okay. Any more Beardo submitted sundries?
I'm out.
All right. Well then, do you guys want to do villain of the week, or do you want to go right to game time?
Let's do a villain of the week. We've managed to do one for every week so far. We've only got 6 episodes left in this season, so let's do a villain of the week.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
And this week's villain of the week is that Oklahoma congressperson who is trying to get gay marriage overturned at the Supreme Court. Fuck that guy. I hope that he gets doxxed.
I'm surprised he hasn't been yet. But honestly, like I read that. I didn't read the whole article. I didn't need to, but I just read the headline, and the first thing I thought was, go ahead and try it, bitch.
I had a point
Good
out
luck.
where people like these Republicans have this whole mentality of being victims when they have gone after every goddamn minority on the planet. They have been malicious about it. They have been evil about it. They have tried to legislate people's rights away. And then when they get doxxed and people treat them poorly, they act like they're the fucking victims. Bitch, you're out here trying to ruin people's freedoms and their lives and their well-being. When we want you to take a little bit of a taste of that, you can grow the fuck up and take it.
They don't want to taste any of it, and that's the problem.
No, they don't. They don't want to see anybody else exist, but they also don't want those same people to give them any pushback.
Right.
Anyways, I hope that guy dies.
So he's the villain of the week.
Yay.
Ugh, Jesus.
Oh my.
So there, let's move on to game time and bring a little levity back into this from that small moment of not so much levity.
You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. Here's what happens if you lose. You better hurry up. Live or die. Make your choice.
The game this week was kind of a group effort. We haven't really no one's really in charge of it. So how do you want to go about naming it? Old man yells at cloud.
Us shaking our fist at the past.
Back in my day.
No, at the future.
Both.
Oh, what if
this
we
week's
do?
name is
I'm gonna shake my fist at both, just like this.
I was like, let's do back in my day.
Back in my day. That's a. And this is a game we're calling Back in My Day.
Oh,
this isn't really a
guys.
game so much as it's us talking about shit that we used to see.
Yeah,
all
but
the
it's still
time.
going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a little different for us, I think.
Because back in my day, you used to hook up an iPod to a computer, and you would drag your music over that you downloaded from the from the
LimeWire.
interwebs, the
From
LimeWire,
LimeWire and Napster.
and you had to pull it out of that LimeWire folder, or you lost it when LimeWire had to close down. And then you would hope that all your music you wanted to listen to could fit on your little iPod.
Did you guys ever use Winamp on your computers?
I knew of it. I didn't use it.
I loved Winamp. It was
Forgot about
visually
that.
pleasing. I enjoyed watching music play because it had the little equalizer things on
Oh,
there, and you
and
could
I-
turn on different graphics. And
Oh my
different,
god, Windows Media
skins.
Player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do another one. Back in my day, I loved getting the big old stereo with the big old speakers. It's still in my garage because I could watch the little equalizers and I felt so fancy.
3-disc CD changer on the little
I had
cable.
5.
5. Whoa, you guys were
Mhm.
rich.
Back in my day, I
Yeah.
bought it from Circuit City.
Kmart.
I had a 3-disc one that my parents got me, and it had 2 tape decks on the front, and that one that you could
Yeah.
Record.
Yeah, exactly. So you could record from one tape to another.
My
and make
big
copies.
stereo still has it.
Yep.
My big stereo had 3 tape decks.
Whoa!
3 tape decks.
3.
Remember, pirating was just socially acceptable. Everybody was doing it to the point that you literally had stereos that were designed to let you pirate things.
Back in my day, am I the only one going to do this? Back in my day.
You've been really aggressive about it so far. Nobody's
used-
had a chance.
You used to have that warning before your video is telling you not to pirate.
Back in my day, which was yesterday, we watched Young Frankenstein for the first time for me, and they had that warning at the beginning.
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was my first time watching it.
I was like, it's the classic. It's the one with the music that they couldn't use anymore because they used pirated music in the ad about
The
piracy.
anti-piracy ad.
It's been all downhill from there. But back in my day,
Oh
we
my
couldn't
God.
watch movies on the phone because we had limited data plans. That's
You
right.
could watch movies on phones when you were young.
I'm segueing. Shut up. But we didn't have unlimited data. We couldn't just
Are you-
watch Coco Melon and Dora the Explorer all day
I
long.
was like, are
we
you
had to
lying to
have.
me about how old you are? We are not that much of an age gap between us. Jesus.
I'm that bitch from Orphan. I'm really 85.
God.
I mean, back in my day, my cell phone didn't even have color on its screen. It was green backlit.
That's true. Did you play Falling Numbers or Snake?
Snake.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Back in
And
my
then later,
day,
it was bowling.
back in my day, we lit things on fire to pass the time. which is true.
And now that's just the U.S. military.
I mean,
No, it was them too at the same time.
Oh yeah, it was back then too.
That hasn't really changed.
I mean, I was a little pyromaniac when I was a kid. I loved lighting things on fire.
Oh my god, we used to be obsessed with it, like WD-40 and a lighter.
I used to like beat up my Hot Wheel cars that I had like a bunch of duplicates of and make it look like they're in a car accident. Pour gas on them, light them on fire like they're in a big old.
I accidentally burned my friend's hair, like right here, with WD-40 and a lighter once because it got a little too close to him and it just went. We had a lot of splaining to do.
I burned a spot in my carpet at the house and my parents never found it until we moved. And it's because I had a candle and I had like a bird's nest that I'd collected forever ago for some reason and accidentally caught it on fire, knocked it off, and
it's like a movie scene where you like kick it by accident and it lights the curtains on fire, and then like it lights your clothes on fire, and then the house suddenly goes up like it's tinder.
Nearly exactly how that went. But I luckily got it out before it went that big.
My best friend,
I've heard that before,
at one point in time poured lacquer thinner on this concrete slab out behind his house and lit it on fire. And then I think he got nervous because we were sitting out there and like watching it burn because that's what you did. You didn't have time, like you didn't have anything cool to do. We lived in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing going on. Anyways, he tried to stamp it out with his foot, not realizing that lacquer thinner was going to like
adhere to his shoes.
It just caught his shoe on fire.
Good Lord.
Is that how your class of 39 or was it's supposed to be a class of 30, but it was a class of 29 because of him?
Oh God, no. Luckily that didn't happen. But yeah, that was. Anyways, we were all little pyros back in my day.
Well, back in my day, when we did our homework, we had to use pencil and paper.
Ah. Oh, that was the worst.
Is that are they not using pencil and paper anymore?
They're using Chromebooks, bitch. They're using Chat GPT
Smart.
and Chromebooks.
iPads.
Back in
School
my
issue
day,
iPads.
no matter how much science I exhibited at the science fair, the volcano always won.
Every year.
I got so mad my 6th grade year because last year you can participate, and I did this whole display using a light and a prism and some layers of like I can't remember what the material was to show how photons and light waves differed and how they pass through different materials. The fucking volcano won. I didn't even place. I had a whole display on the like duality of light as a 6th grader.
And they said, participant.
And they said, baking soda and vinegar. Because you know who the judge was?
Timmy's mom.
Our local pastor of the Church of Christ.
Oh.
I was about to guess that as a joke. Are you kidding me?
And he walked by and he went, oop, gay.
He said, wow, rainbow gay.
I mean, but he said, hey, what are you doing later?
Oh, God.
You didn't win this round, but you may win something else.
Oh, God. Okay. But back in my day, when you wanted to take a road trip, you had to print out directions on MapQuest.
Oh, God, yes.
It's got lost in Alabama with those printed directions, and I stopped to ask for directions at this gas station.
Wait. You printed directions and then stopped to ask for directions.
Because we got lost.
Yep.
And the printed directions were not being helpful.
I did the exact fucking thing Tulsa when I was in high school.
Last week. Oh, high school. Hey, Sonny, is this Costello Avenue?
But anyways, there was this gas station attendant, and she was like trying to help give me directions, and I could not understand what she was saying because her accent was so thick. And
the Colonel.
She was yes, like that. And then she was like, I can't understand you. Your accent's too thick. And I was like, my accent.
What's wrong with you? I say you he dead.
I say you he dead.
Well, speaking of road trips, back in my day, our cars used to have toggles to adjust the temperature.
Oh my God.
Dongles and knobs and
stuff.
such.
It's like this
Back in my day, you had to hand crank the windows.
Oh my God, yeah.
Back in my day, you didn't even have power steering. I've only driven
power
a couple of cars
locks
without power steering thing.
Oh my God. back in my day, it took a rocket scientist degree to change the time on your clock radio.
Or your VCR.
And your microwave. Why was that such an era where every clock was so fucking challenging to change?
I think it was just an afterthought.
It was kind of like setting a digital watch. Like, you just had to have the right sequence of button presses, and it was probably really easy to do, but no one would read the instructions because it didn't really matter that much unless you were recording stuff.
Because my OCD does not like clocks to be wrong, so it's like...
I know, I'm the same way.
During time change, I have to change them.
Yep, I go through the whole house, and I put every clock 2 minutes fast.
Which makes me just look at clocks and go, oh, it's 2 minutes fast.
I used to make everything fast.
Not for you!
I used to make everything...
I'm well aware.
Yes, I used to make it all fast, and then I'd be like, oh, well, that's actually wrong. I still have 4 minutes left.
I mean, yeah, but still some mornings I'm like, oh, I gotta get the hell out of here.
I'm literally
Joe is always running to work. It doesn't matter how much time he has left. He moves at the exact same speed to get to work, whether he has 10 minutes to get there or 40 minutes to get there. He is jetting the fuck out of here. He's always like, I gotta go. And I'm like, you have like an hour before you have to be there. I gotta go.
There might be an accident. Or sometimes I want to sit down and have breakfast.
Sometimes I want to sit down and have breakfast.
Do what I do and just eat on the clock. Anyways, I do believe that I hear the music coming back on, unless you guys have any more nostalgia.
Oh, we could go forever, so we might as well end now.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, and you know what? It's Jamiroquai, Virtual Insanity, video of the year, 1997. Plus, it sings about the future. Anyways. But go call our hotline real quick at 405-999-2242 and leave us a voicemail to open next week's episode with.
And Beardos, what's that I hear? I think the Nostalgia Mobile is here. So we gotta go. If you'd like to help us out, go and subscribe to our podcast so you can get reminders every Sunday when we release a new episode. We also post frequent updates on all of our social media sites for any sundries that we add to the market.
And don't forget to rate us 5 stars and leave a review. Big Beard. Those reviews are what get us found by more listeners like you, and if just each one of you could tell a friend about the podcast, that would double our growth, and we would appreciate that.
Back in my day, we didn't have the socials that we have now. The Instagram, the Facebook, the TikToks, the Twitters. We don't have a Twitter, never mind. The Threads, the YouTubes. Go right on those and send us messages. We also want to hear from you in our electronic mail folder. beardsandsundries@gmail.com. You can also go to our website, beardsandsundries.com, to purchase some merch, and maybe I will put on a shirt that says back in my day on there.
So, from the 3 of us memorable shop clerks here at the Beards and Sundries Market, make sure to
love yourself.
Because we've already loved you for decades now.
We love you as long as
That's what I've heard. The wood rots at your back door, bitch.
Well, there's the end of show clip because I resumed recording just in time.